This is my YouTube channel. This is his.
Okay.
Okay. So so you just do your best, okay?
All right, I'll do my best.
Do your best. That's all you know. What you're gonna do. Okay. All right. That's what you're gonna do. Okay?
5 seconds.
Yeah. It's all good. Okay. Yeah. Well,
Okay, we are live. I'm Two Turtle Tom, and tonight I have Kevin, the Tortoise Guy, live from TortoiseLand in wonderful Hollywood, Los Angeles, California. How's it going, Kevin?
what's going on, Two Turtle Tom? I'm getting all set
Thanks
up
for
here.
joining me tonight.
Oh, thanks for asking, everybody. Hi, everybody on the Two Turtle Tom channel. I'm going to come over here, Tom, and grab a tortoise and sit here since you want to talk to me.
You're breaking up, Kevin, a little bit. You're breaking up. We're here just little bits and pieces.
Really? Should be good.
Yep.
Should be good on this mic. Let me know. If it doesn't get better, I'll take the wireless mic off, okay?
Yeah, it's just breaking up in little bits and pieces here and there.
Okay. Can you hear me now good or not good?
Kevin, tell us a little bit about TortoiseLand.
Okay. Hey, everybody. So my name's Kevin. Tom is a good friend of mine, right? My friends for 20 plus years have called me the Tortoise Guy, okay? And for good reason. Hold on.
Yeah, you're breaking
All right,
up
then
again.
let's try. Wait.
Every other word you're saying.
Okay, so let's try this, okay? Let's try this. I mean, I don't know why, but I'm gonna take the mics, the wireless out. Now see if that's, hold on, we're gonna shut this off. Okay, hold on.
So we hear you now
Can you hear me? Okay, then we're not gonna use the wireless mics, okay? All right.
Okay.
All right, so let me just grab somebody that's gonna say hi. Well, we're at
Sweet.
1 sec, okay? I'm gonna grab a couple somebody over here. Okay. And we're gonna grab.
Wow.
Okay. Okay. So listen, we're gonna grab a couple of my favorite guys. All tortoises are my favorites, but you know, just like kids and things, you just might have somebody a little more special than the others, right? So hey everybody, Two Turtle Tom is a really good friend of mine. Two Turtle Tom. Tom came out here and visited TortoiseLand, right, Tom?
That's right.
He came out and visited, which was totally cool and spontaneous. He's like, hey, I'm down on the beach or something. I'm like, come down. So got to come here personally, got to teach me a bit about my box turtles, because I had never had box turtles, about hinged turtles and tortoises. And then we've been talking and collaborating for quite some time. Tom, you helped me. Remember one of my babies who's right over there, whose name is Dent, was born. And was born, everybody. Of course, the gardeners would have to be coming now, but what can we do? Was born very dented up, right? And I didn't know, I had never experienced such a mangled tortoise, right? There's Rocky. Right? I know, guys, right? We just got to bear with the gardeners on the other side of the fence for a little bit, right? Okay? Yeah. And anyway, so Tom, thank you, because he helped me, you know, I was really worried. Poor little guys all dented up. I'm like, and he's like, hey, I had a baby like this, and guess what? They got better. You also taught me I would keep the babies in the incubator a lot longer than you would, right? And you took them out sooner. You okay, Paul? Yeah. Anyway, so you taught me that, get them out a little sooner, get them soaking a little sooner, which I've done, you know, and yeah. So welcome to TortoiseLand. What is TortoiseLand, everybody? And how did it get started?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. TortoiseLand. So for 20 plus years, everybody, right? Well, this is all new, right? This is TortoiseLand Mountain. This didn't exist. This part, everybody, did not exist until May 15th of 2022, right? And you want to give a little 1 minute tour or no?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, let's go through this. Okay, let me show you some really cool things. You okay?
All right, hold
You
this.
having fun?
Just hold this.
Okay. Okay. So look at this is a this is a whole cool thing. Look at everybody. So, all right. So Tom was asking, like, what's the history here, right? So a lot of you people that might be watching, like maybe like Two Turtle Tom, how did I get into tortoises and stuff? And I was a little kid growing up back home in Lowell, Massachusetts, watching Jacques Cousteau and the National Geographic videos and documentaries, and as soon as I saw my first like baby sea turtles hatching out, you know, and trying to get to the water, oh, somebody really cool's coming, everybody, okay? We have a lot of tortoises here. I kind of jump all over the place. Anyways, I fell in love. I saw those little, cool little round shell critters trying to get to the ocean. And everything in the world, the crabs are pulling them, and the birds are pulling them, and oh my God, right? And then, if they made it to the water, do you know, a little baby can have to swim as much as 30 hours, 30 to 36 hours to get to the Gulf Stream. Imagine that, you're this big, right? Okay? Like, this is a thing I fell in love with. This is a little teeny dude. Like these guys, these African cicadas, these are Shy Girls kids. And if we have time, everybody, we're gonna meet a lot of the tortoises here, okay? So imagine this little guy gets born, and it comes up out of the sand like the sea turtles. This little guy has to go to the ocean, the shore, right, to the water, not get eaten, then get in the water, the seagulls, all right, everything. Then, how about this? Swim for up to 35 hours. Swim. Till it hits the currents, and then hide in seaweed and stuff, and pray to God you don't get eaten every day. So when I look, right?
Sea turtles were your spark.
Sea turtles were the spark. I didn't know anything about land tortoises. We didn't have any, to my knowledge, you know, growing up in Massachusetts, right? Okay.
Yeah. Not many tortoises were pets.
There were no.
Before the 90s, really.
No, there were none.
80s.
Yeah, as I was a kid growing up in the 70s, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, right. There were no tortoises. There were no Petcos or PetSmarts. There was your local 5 and dime, and what they all sold was so sad. It was the red air sliders, right?
Yeah.
That was before Congress banned them. This mower will be gone in a few minutes, right? Nothing we can do about it.
No worries.
Come on this way. Let's go over here so I can show you something while that's going. Piper, come out here. Come here.
So Kevin, tell us how you became, how did you go from the tortoise keeper to 501c3? How did that happen? You know, what made you make the switch there? Why did you do that?
I can barely hear you, so hold on one second.
Yeah, we got a leaf blower. Smell pretty, you know, California.
What are the odds at 5 whatever on a Thursday? But that's life, right? Come here.
Yeah, maybe
All right.
inside so we can hear you.
Yeah, here we go. Come on. Come on over here. All right. So, okay, I'm over here. So, all right. So, growing up back there were no tortoises. I wasn't aware of such things as tortoises. We all had the poor red-air sliders that sold at the local 5 and dime, and that was an awful life for them. None of them made it, right? But I watched Jacques Cousteau. I was hooked. The memory was in my brain, and it stayed in my brain. I went in the Air Force, all that stuff. I came to California, went to film school, then started doing well, and I bought this place here, right? Okay. Didn't look like this. There were no murals, of course. There was none of this here, okay? Over here. And but when I bought the house for the first time, I had a house, right? It wasn't an apartment. And I had a piece of property called Kevin's Place, right? This is Leo, everybody. And we have about 13 species here. This guy has my heart and soul, okay? And he just does. He's like the friendliest. Most of the tortoises are super friendly. People don't maybe realize like how incredibly loving and friendly, and they hear me and they come running. Hey, I'm hoping too, while we're shooting this, you know who might come running, everybody? I don't know if you watch the videos. We're also on TikTok and all that stuff. Nuts the squirrel. Okay?
Yeah.
Baby girl
Yeah,
nuts.
that's a neat story.
That's a neat story. So you're asking about the nonprofit, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to sit down right here. We'll tell you the 2-minute story because Tom wants me to sit down. He says he's never seen me sit down. Kel, you got to have a lot of energy, right?
That's right.
To run this place. So here's the story. So what happened? I bought the house, everybody, right? And I'm like, oh my God, for the first time. And you know what's the interesting thing? Wait, Tom, I gotta interrupt for 1 second. Give me the phone, this phone. Okay. So watch this. It's kind of cool. This is my friend Paul, who's agreed to shoot this, right? So here's the cool thing. Because Tom, we're shooting it on Tom's YouTube channel. So I'm like, you know what? That's my other camera. So we're also shooting it on Kevin's YouTube channel. Okay. So we kind of got a Simo stereo broadcast going, Tom. How about that? Right? Okay. Just make sure you don't block kids. So, okay, so what happened was I got the house, everybody. This was 21 years ago. I'm like, oh my God, remember that I always wanted a tortoise. There was Petco was then around. I saw a Russian tortoise, the only kind of tortoise I ever heard of. I knew zero about tortoises. So I'm like, I'm going to get 2 of those. I built my first pen right out here. Right? It was going to be outdoors, not going to be in the house. I never went for that. Okay? And I was like, and I had a house. So I built them a pen right here. Okay? So I was super excited. And I got those 2, and they were not friendly. They were not friendly. They were not friendly. They were cold Russians, you know? And they always use those claws, right? So they don't want anything to do with me. They wanted to run away from me. So it's kind of like one of those ideas as a kid. You had this dream. And when I got those 2, I was like, this is not what I thought, you know? But I was impressed. I put them out in the front yard and watch them dig vertically, straight down into the ground. Oh my God. They eat the grass and they use those claws and go right down. That was impressive.
Most of their lives underground.
Yeah, I just lost your audio. Let's see.
They spend most of their
Hold
lives
on.
underground.
Wait, Tom. Which one is Tom?
This is it.
All right, hold on, Tom. Hold on, I lost you here. Okay, talk, Tom.
Can you hear me?
I got you. Yeah, you're back.
Okay.
Yeah,
Great.
you're back.
They spend most of their lives underground.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know anything about him. I just can tell you I was disappointed, right? I was like, you know, and
Don't tell Matthew.
What's that?
Don't tell Matthew. He's our Russian tortoise expert
now I love him.
on watching.
I got Terry the tortoise now. I'm telling you, this was the beginning. The cool thing that happened was I was like, there's gotta be, you know, more. So I found out about the California Turtle and Tortoise Club, everybody, right?
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
California, and I want to show you another tortoise while we're talking.
Okay. Yep. Let's take a look.
California.
I, for whatever reason, guys, tonight I can only show one screen or the other. Not sure why, but
Really?
we'll flip back to Kevin now. Oh, there we go. There we go. I got them both.
Oh, yay! Okay. Cool.
Okay.
All
Now
right.
I got us both on finally. Okay.
Right on. Hey, so listen, to Tom and that we are good friends, and we were gonna make a video, huh, Tom? We actually shot a bunch of stuff, but for me, life went, you know, haywire. That didn't happen, but maybe it's better because now we're doing this, right, Tom? You know, and. So I want to show you. Here's what I'm going to tell you. What happened that changed everything? I joined an organization. I found out. So I got my 2 Russians. I'm like, no, this is not quite what I hoped for. Okay. So then I found this thing.
Kevin, the closer you can be to the phone, the better.
Can you
When you're away from the phone, you start breaking up. So as close to the phone as you can be, the better. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. There we go.
All right, so I joined everybody, the California Turtle and California Turtle and Tortoise Club. Okay, CTTC, nonprofit dedicated to educating people, dedicated to people who love tortoises and turtles. Join them. It changed my world. $25. I showed up at the first meeting. Okay. And there's like 30 people. It's like going to an AA meeting or, you know, a 12-step meeting. I was like all nervous, and like everybody goes around the room. I'm Kevin, and and you tell what kind of tortoises you have or want to have. And and I'm like, I am home. I'm with a bunch of biggest geeks I ever met. And, it was 80-year-old people and 15-year-old, whatever. And they mentioned a lot of tortoises I never heard of. So guess what? They have an adoption list, all this stuff. So guess what? I started going on monthly things. I started they would call and say, hey, Kev, we got a desert tortoise, or we got this kind of tortoise or that kind of tortoise. I'm like, yeah,
Cool.
right? So what happened is I started getting way into it, right? And how cool they were. Now, there's a pivotal moment we'll talk about in a minute of what changed everything, and that goes by a tortoise with the name of Max. And Max passed away 2 years ago today. Max, he changed my world, though. Okay, changed my world, made me just a complete believer in tortoises, and made me want to dedicate a big chunk of my life after working full time. While working full time in my career in TV and that. My other part of my life. Okay, we gotta go rescue somebody. Somebody's out and they're gonna cause trouble. Okay.
Okay.
So here's
we got an emergency.
Take a quick look, everybody. Okay, this is pretty cool. Okay, I'm very proud.
TortoiseLand Mountain.
Yeah, look at. So here's a cool thing. So in the building of becoming a nonprofit, which you can ask me in a minute, why did I do that and how has it changed? It's changed everything. Okay. So in building this, I wanted to provide a place for the tortoises, big and small, to have choices. Tortoises love to climb, right? If you got your tortoises in whatever you have them, if it's flat and that's nice, but they don't have challenges in life. Just like dogs and cats and animals, they need challenges, right? So I built this mountain to accommodate, because we also live in LA and we don't have a lot of room here. I don't have an acre of land or 2 or 5 like Camp Brennan, and lots of wonderful people, the Tortoise Whisperer, lots of wonderful people. We don't have that here, so we have a huge challenge, and Tom's been here to see how how we can efficiently use our space.
Yeah, you use every square inch.
We do. So look, this is a cool thing. So this is designed so the tortoises, once they got this big, right, the African cicadas in particular, that they can't go beyond this. But don't tell, like, for instance, Digger, who's now way beyond it, she just goes sideways like this, okay, and goes. So it was designed for 3 tiers. See, you got this one, go down here, you got tier number 2, and tier to that one, and then you got the bottom tier. You see that?
That is cool.
Each one is heated. Right? And so they can choose. They can choose where they want to go. I want to show you a beautiful girl. Then we got to go that way because I saw Lumpy heading to the big tortoise house, and Lumpy causes trouble. Here's an example. This is Torga, who's a beautiful African cicada. Okay. And Torga came. I got a call last summer. Now here's the cool thing about being a nonprofit too. Being a nonprofit has definitely legitimized what I've been doing already for 20 years. For 20 years, people would hear about me, and can you take a tour? I never say no. Now I have to, but then I didn't, and I wouldn't. I still, odds are good. I would take them in if I can, right? Because I want to help.
Sure.
So here's an example. This beautiful girl came. Look at her legs, you guys. You're familiar. See how her legs? They don't go down. They go sideways. Okay?
Interesting.
Look, let me show you, right? Let's go here. All right. Here's beautiful red, right? Red got no trouble going down, right? Legs go down, right? That's what they do. Okay? Why do her legs not go down? Because she was kept in a glass tank. Right? I'm not a big fan of glass tanks, everybody, for tortoises. I like plastic containers and stuff because they give ventilation in that, and there's a lot of reasons. But this guy's legs goes down, right? Depends on the species.
Yep.
Don't get me wrong, everybody has their own opinion. So his legs go down.
Sure.
This girl comes. If people call, they found me on Instagram or something. How do you reach out to me? thetortoiseguy@gmail.com. Okay? That's how you reach out to me. And I have 2 assistants now, because of being a nonprofit, and they handle all the emails to start with, right? So how about you got a hold of me and said, we have a tortoise, she's 3 years old, her name is Torga, and we want to give her a better home. So I'm like, oh, that's great. So I go there and visit. I never did put that video out, okay? And God bless them, right? It was a wonderful family, Elizabeth and Natalie, mom and daughter. Loved her to death. Had her in that glass aquarium her whole life, 3 years. So even though it had a UV light and an infrared light, this girl had no incentive after a while to do anything, right? She never got out, she never got in the sun, flat, And so the result is what? Metabolic. Oh, Tom, you're right. Tom, what's your official title, Tom?
I'm Two Turtle Tom.
Yeah, I know that. Okay, and you for a living, you
I'm the curator at a botanical garden.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
So I'm a plant guy, but I love turtles.
Yeah, okay. I knew you guys two turtle time. See, okay, so what happened is, right? So I see so God bless them because they knew she needed a better life, right? So
Yeah.
I got as soon as I saw her, I'm like, okay, she's coming home. That's why she's got the raised shell, nutrition problems. She didn't get enough sunlight, no enough calcium. The reason her legs are like that, she has metabolic bone disease, right?
Yeah.
She didn't get out of there. She didn't
Yeah.
get fed right.
Wasn't walking around.
Yeah, you gotta get the tortoise guy.
Probably really dehydrated as well.
And just the whole thing, right? Now look at
Yeah.
her. So she's been here a year, right? So when I first got her, everybody, she couldn't go from here to there. She couldn't even move, right?
Oh, wow.
So now though, guess what? Watch this, okay? So the first thing we did here is get her outside, right? Look at this now, okay? And pump her up with calcium. The first thing that happened is she went to Dr. Shackley. We take all our horses to Access Vet in Culver City. Been going there for 10 years. You gotta watch the videos. You go on YouTube, go to the Tortoise Guy.
Yep.
Our videos that are edited and stuff. The shorts are the shorts, right? But we have playlists, everybody. And that's where they're really cool. You learn stuff. We got drone shots. We use everything, right? So we got her to Dr. Shackley, and right away, of course, she says she has metabolic bone disease, right? Couldn't lift herself off. But now watch this. Watch this. Watch it. I'll probably go get in front of her. Go get front and down low. Okay. Right. Probably gonna stop and eat. Right. Boom. Okay. So she's not gonna want to go right now, but this girl. Now she's a happy girl, right? She doesn't want to move right now, but she's got her heat pads in there. She's like, I'm good. But now she's a fast mover. She gets to go in this whole area, okay? And she's a success story. Now, at some point, we'll be ready to rehome her,
Okay.
She's precious to me, but, rehoming is an important part of what we do, right?
Yep.
Plus, an interesting thing I want to show you guys right here. So we have lots of areas. See, people don't know. A lot of people watch and they might say, I've gotten comments, just like anything, everybody. Once you open your world, this, Tom. Once you open your world to people, you gotta be ready for some. I get 98.
Opinions.
There you go. I get 98% amazing opinions, and I get some nasties. Okay. Look at this. Look at this. There's a success story. Look at this right now. You kidding me? Look how fast she's going. She can lift herself off, see? Okay?
Kevin, that's what I think is so great about what you do. It doesn't matter what tortoise species it is. It doesn't matter what its history is. It doesn't matter how unhealthy it is. I mean, you love them all, and you work with them all.
That's right, and we do something. Now, this one here is down here by himself. This is Desert Tortoise, because see, look, I'm going to see his nose. Can you see? He's going into the vet tomorrow because he has a respiratory situation going on. Can you see that? Up here? Okay, can you see that? I don't know if you can see. You see that? Yeah. Okay, so, right, listen, and speaking of that, we do. We have a lot of, 13 species right now, right? And that's something. So here's the thing. If somebody has a respiratory, because a lot of species here get to walk around together, where some people are like, you can't do that. Now, when a species like desert tortoises are extra susceptible to respiratory, right? And I have 2 desert tortoises now with this issue. So they are separated, And we got a super cool thing happening in the front area of TortoiseLand. We are building, ready for this, right, Tom? Breaking ground. We already broke ground. We are building out front, baby Sheldon, who was just my baby, man, my boy, and we lost him a few months ago. That was devastating, okay? But baby Sheldon's a desert tortoise that was amazing and beautiful and such a fighter. So we are building the baby Sheldon Desert Tortoise Sanctuary out front. So it's going to be an exclusive area for our desert tortoises, right? With area for isolation, like these guys, he has respiratory thing going on, so you can't mix them. You don't want to mix them with the other desert tortoises or anybody, right? So, and one thing we have to be super careful of here is exactly that. Because we have limited space, everybody, right? If a tortoise is sick and is sick with a contagious kind of disease as opposed to something else that's not contagious, then they got to be isolated, right? So we have to be extra on our toes. What's your finger for? We have to be extra on our toes here, right, to make sure the tortoises are healthy, right? Like this guy, right? He's not, so he's going in tomorrow with another desert tour. Right? So, yeah, so when I got a call today, how about this? I got a call today, speaking of, oh, here's a box turtle, everybody. This is what's cool. What I have learned, because people will tell you, and I've been told a lot by the CTTC, you cannot put, for instance, you can't put a box turtle, you know, with Spicosaurus, or whatever, right? One of our favorites over here, guys, and gals, and everybody. Who's this over here? Oh, this is a cool area here. Look, because we talk about too how do we squeeze things in here? Well, we do cool things like this. See this? Like, look at this, everybody. See, these are folding and unfolding areas. See this? Like that. So, like Lumpy, who was mean, right? Was just over here. I call this detention hall over here, right? So, you know, Lumpy's over here. Right? Because there are tortoises that need to be isolated or that are dangerous to the others, are going to bite them. And we have several areas of isolation, including pens themselves. Now, this is beautiful white. Tom, this is one of your specialties. Box turtle, right? 36 years old, right? A hinged tortoise. Tom will tell you all about that, right? Came here last summer. So yeah, we take in all kinds, you know. I don't take in turtles generally, except with the exception of box turtles. It's just not what we do.
Land turtles.
Once you get involved with water, it's a whole different deal, right? You know?
Yep, yes it is.
Yeah. So these guys have been mating. What a trip, everybody. I only started with boxers about 2 years ago. And so there's white and blue. Had no idea that, because they came to me last summer. 35 years, one gentleman had them since they were little. I had no idea they were boy and girl, and I had no idea one day when I walked in on them. One of them's like this, the other one is upside down like that, with his legs locked into her. Right, Tom?
Yep, that is typical box turtle copulation right there.
Never in my life, everybody. You know what I thought happened? I panicked. I thought, he's dead, because he's upside down. He's dead. The other two, I didn't know it was a girl. The other one locked his legs, and he died, you know? So what did I do? I panicked, and I pulled him apart. Okay? And I was like, wait a minute. I called the woman who I got, not these guys, two other boxers. I called the woman who was an expert, and she said, just like you told, she said, oh no, they were mating. I'm like, so guess what? I left them alone. They've been mating for about 27 more times. It's on video, everybody. It's the trippiest thing, right? Lock their legs in, go backwards. He basically...
They just sit back and relax.
Right.
Apparently.
So there could be babies. There could be eggs coming. That would be amazing. We have had so many babies here this year, you guys. This is one of the egg laying areas, you guys. Okay. This is one of the egg laying areas. These guys have been over here mating. Sometimes I'll take tortoises, like I took Blackie the Greek. I put her down here because I saw her doing that. You know what a female does. They start getting those rear legs going in the dirt. And you see that right away. That is a female going to lay eggs. If they're using the front ones, they're going to dig, right? But if they're using the rear, they're going to lay eggs. As soon as I saw that, I take her out of the pen, I put her right here. Bingo, 3 eggs, okay? So those are in the incubator. You guys don't know.
The box turtle eggs.
No, not box turtle. She's a Greek. She's a Greek.
Greek tortoise.
She's a Greek. She's been there 15 years, and every time she lays eggs, at least 2 babies hatch. She laid 3, so stay tuned.
You do incubate.
Yeah, here's a key point. I incubate, but we're not a breeder.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean, right? Like people, like we got all the babies over here. Wait, I gotta show you Spicosaurus. No TortoiseLand is complete without Spicosaurus. Okay? Because Spicosaurus looks like a triceratops to me. The most massive pyramiding I've ever seen. Okay, right? And he's now believe it or not, you remember I showed you guys Leo the leopard, who does not look like this massive pyramiding, right? But guess what? The two of them grew up together, side by side.
Interesting.
Ate the same foods, same everything, same pen. This guy from day one, he's got the tremendous underbite. You see that? and just tremendous parenting. But his brother does not share that. So I cannot explain why they would grow up side by side, eat everything, be here together, and have this situation when Leo doesn't. Any idea, Tom? I can't explain that one. Come on over here.
You know, the bottom line is that turtles, they have different genetics, even though they're related. He could have different genes, and you know, there must be some type of genetic code that allows their shells to grow differently under the same conditions.
Right. Yeah, we're gonna go this way because I hear Lumpy. Yeah, I don't know why. Right. So come on over here, everybody, because see, Lumpy was in there. Lumpy is a concern because Lumpy is mean, and that's why I had Lumpy locked in, but she busted out. This is usually the time that Nuts the squirrel will show up. Okay, she's the coolest thing. Rescued her about, I don't know, 8 weeks ago now. Wild squirrel, and now she is my girl. Check it out on all the videos. Turn around, show them the beautiful mural work, everybody. This all came about because of becoming a nonprofit. You asked about that. Last year, it was the end of last year, COVID came, changed everybody's life, no work, because I worked in film and TV and everything dried up, and so I formed the YouTube channel. I work in TV as an editor. Anyways, I've been doing the videos since I was a little kid. And someone did a documentary called The Tortoise Whisperer on me, and everybody loved it. And they're like, you should do a YouTube channel. So I started. So then, started doing, like Tom, we both started together. I didn't know nothing about YouTube, social media stuff. So, you know, when people started being interested, what it was the end of last year, end of 2021, and my decision was this. I've been doing this for 20 years. It's a lot of work, right? Right, Tom?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I never did it asking anybody for help or anything because I always did it on the side, right? Okay? I always did it just as the thing I love to do. And then people get to know you. Can you take a tour? So I just loved it, right? So I just did it. And then it got to be a real lot of work when I started the YouTube channel. So I had to make a decision. Are you going to continue? Do you want to grow, right? If you're going to grow, the only way that I know to grow was going to be to form a nonprofit, right? Okay? You okay, Paul? You want me to hold?
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah? Which one is what? Let me
That's
see.
it.
That's it. Is this, Tom, is this you, right? Can you see me, Tom? Okay. You okay. Okay, so you good. Paul, he's got one. So the only way, for me, it was this was going to be the decision, everybody. I've been doing this. I love it. It's a lot. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of money. It's a strain on my personal relationships, everything. Because you know, right? If you have this many tortoises, how are you going to go away? Who's going to take care of them? So the decision on my part, it was this. It was either, it was going to be, are you going to downsize? You know, look at it. Yeah, SOS. Right? Right? So these guys are going to be huge, everybody. These are the African sulcatas. Oh my gosh, right? Now, right? So I had to make a decision. What are you going to do, Kev? Right? So I decided, oh, look at this beautiful, born right here in TortoiseLand, everybody, miracle. Our very first two, let's see, our very first two red-footed tortoises, born right here, okay? And born on Earth Day week, which was just such a miracle. Why? Because we had Mom here for 17 years. Mom laid 50 eggs over 5 years. Never once did one hatch. Yes, we will incubate. If a tortoise female lays eggs, then I'll incubate them and see what happens, right? But the difference from that, everybody, is we're not an active breeder, right? I don't breed tortoises. I don't intentionally put a male and a female together. Okay, if we have a couple because they came in, like what happened with Shy Girl and Shelly, that's how these babies came about, right? So when that happened, Shy Girl was 7 years old. I didn't even know she was pregnant, and so, you know, it was like, okay, well, let's incubate them. We hadn't had sulcata babies in 3.5 years. Let's incubate them because I don't know if she's fertile. Well, look at this, everybody. Is she fertile, right?
You know, Kevin, I just thought of something.
What's up?
Have you ever had any hybrids?
You tell me about that because I thought it would be amazing. I had read something that said that it wasn't possible. So you tell me. Is it? Tell me.
Hybridized.
Leopards? Really?
It's called a lepercada.
I never heard that. Seriously?
And redfoots and sulcanas have also been known to hybridize.
No, stop. Seriously?
Yeah.
That.
So it can happen. Just something to think about.
Well, look at. I've seen them trying. Okay.
Yeah.
Here, right?
Yeah,
Here at TortoiseLand, as you guys can see. So here's the thing. If I don't have an aggressive tortoise, so right now I'm glad that Coffee is not here because Coffee, got aggressive. Coffee's my beautiful boy, 4.5 years old. Now here's one of the red. This is Marmalade, everybody. So they're over there at TortoiseLand Mountain, but they're also here in their pens, right? This is Marmalade, who's been here 17 years. So I have seen these guys. In fact, just today we have a new African sulcata came in named Touche. Oh no, how about Estrella? And Estrella they thought was a girl. Is a boy. Oh yeah. So it's a boy. Yeah, she's been with them for 7 years. Wonderful family. You got to see the videos, everybody.
Yeah,
right?
Totally family.
Oh my God, right? He loves her to death, and Charlie's the daughter. Charlie, look at how cool. Okay, look at everybody. This is one of the things that takes my breath away to this day. I don't know if I can zoom in. Oh, I can. Now look at this. Okay, look at this site over here. This is one of the things Kevin fell in love. Let me go over here. Okay, you're looking at a creature millions and millions of years old, right? I'm trying to find Spike. Look at that. Okay.
Yeah.
Look at that, everybody, right? I mean, that just gets my heart, right?
Super cool.
Right? This guy, the horse has been around, as long as a couple 100 million years, right? And they have a winning life strategy, and they're just plain cool, just like when I was a kid and fell in love with the sea turtles, right? They have a strategy for life that works, right? And it's worked forever until now, right? Until man. I'm trying to get my video back. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Until we mess it all up, right? Global warming. Why is global warming? Right? Hey, let's go look at some eggs. You want to? Come here. Global warming, right? So all reptile eggs, as you know, Tom, the temperature determines the sex, right?
Yeah.
Now those are the Greek eggs.
Greek.
Look at beautiful Greek.
How many species total?
Well, last count I had was 13.
13 species.
Yeah.
That includes some of your box turtles.
Redfoots. So there's Greek. These are sulcatas there. Now, like I said, we have so many eggs because of Shy Girl, right? But this is more normal. Like, look, she laid eggs. This is a Greek. The cameras, I can't. The camera, left is right and right is left. So, right? Yeah, sorry. So last count, we have 13 species right now, right? So global warming, right? The eggs, it's temperature dependent. So with a heated Earth, you guys can Google, and you know about this, Tom, right? That sea turtles are being born like 99% female for several years now. Just look it up. Don't take it from me. Look it up, okay? And that's like a massive crisis, right? If reptiles are being born all female, all of a sudden out of tens of millions of years, and they're being born girls, how is the species going to recover from that? So
yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Right. So for me, a big fun part of being a nonprofit now too, even before the nonprofit. But guess what? Now that we are a nonprofit, now that being a nonprofit, we have other nonprofits coming to us. How about that? Being a nonprofit now, I can have kids come. We're starting a summer program for kids of whatever age. They can come. We teach them how to take care of the babies and all this stuff, and they get credits for school. Okay, we have now. I have 5 people come on Mondays and Tuesdays. 5 volunteers, 2 different organizations. They get paid by the city of Los Angeles. How about that? So they come and they help me. So I finally have help. So they come, they help me. They learn. I get help. They get paid by the city of Los Angeles. Okay? Okay, here's somebody totally beautiful. So that's one of the big things, that's given me so I'm glad of my decision to make a nonprofit. I have no idea, what does it mean to become a nonprofit, everybody? It's one thing to say, like me, I'm like, I'm gonna become a nonprofit, right? Well, I didn't know, Okay, so now you need a board of directors, right? Can you see me okay, Tom? Okay. Okay. Great. All right, listen, I want to show you somebody. I'm very proud of this little girl. So she was not born here, but this is Carrie. Now she is a leopard tortoise. Now look at, so you saw the permitting, the tremendous permitting on Stegosaurus, what's his name? Spikosaurus, right? My beautiful, it's so, the camera's so weird. Okay, so look at, this way, okay. So this girl came when she was little, okay? And look at, she's growing pretty spectacularly, right? She's a beauty, that's right, with a very little permitting and all that stuff. So we're very proud of her, right? And she's our first girl, as opposed to, let's see. Like, you're like, well, what the heck happened here? We got Spikosaurus, and we got Carrie. Spikosaurus and Carrie, right? Same species. Go figure, right?
Yeah. No, it's variable, and leopard tortoises even will pyramid in the wild a bit. So they're just, for whatever reason, they're just prone to pyramiding. And I think they're one of the hardest tortoises to raise smoothly. I would love to get a few just to raise them up and see if I can raise a smooth
Right?
tortoise.
Yeah, she's my biggest success of the three,
That's a great
right?
looking tortoise.
And you know who's right there? We're gonna see what's right here. Let's see. Where's he at?
Kevin, let's talk
Go
about
ahead.
a new project that you're working on. You're expanding.
We're expanding. We're expanding. Before we're gonna go out and show you that. And before we do that, we're gonna do this. So everybody, part of being a nonprofit, there's a lot of advantages. Everybody, I mean, you gotta think about it too, because it's a lot. You have to pay. It cost me $3,000 to apply, all that stuff. So you got to get through all the paperwork and that. Then you need to have a board of directors. So here's something to think about. You better make sure on your board of directors are people that really love you, because if you get, let's say, you always get an odd number board of directors, so there can't be a tie. But if you're not careful who you put on your board, let's just say there's 3 of you. I'm the president, right? If the other 2 people decide they don't like you,
Yeah, they can still your nonprofit, basically.
how about that? How about you're no longer on your board of TortoiseLand that I formed and created that's here, right? So just things like, you got to think really hard and well, right? Okay, but, yeah.
Does the nonprofit own the tortoises now?
Yes, okay? That's right. So I personally, Kevin, donated all my tortoises, because a lot of these were mine, right? So I gave them to TortoiseLand, the nonprofit. What that did is now, okay, so we don't really have money coming in yet, right? But we are going to. We now have 2 more people on the board. We have 5 people. 2 of those people are responsible solely, and they're all people that know me, love me, and they have expertise in fields that I don't. I don't know anything about grant proposals and stuff, but they do. So the next step is grant proposals. The next step is what's necessary to grow here is money, right? Money to care. So now all the tortoises that were once Kevin's belong to TortoiseLand. And the upside of that is, so they get sick and stuff as money comes in, because now we're on Patreon, we're on PayPal, all that stuff. Those are now, they become tax deductible donations for people, right? So that money goes into, so for the first time ever, like we just had the yard sale, everybody, people respond so much more when you say, I'm Kevin, I'm the head of TortoiseLand, the nonprofit. We had an outpouring of support like you wouldn't believe, right, Paulie? Oh my God. I had a house completely full of donations, to the point where my roommate moved out. I had a driveway completely full, okay? We raised $5,400 on a yard sale.
That's awesome.
We got articles in 2 local papers because of it, okay? And now we got something really cool. So that was successful. So for the first time, there's a little bit of money. So like those 2 tortoises going to go to the vet tomorrow because with the nasal situation, guess what? There's a few dollars in the bank, because I can't be doing it anymore. And as a nonprofit, you know what I mean? Here's Cray Cray Rocky, everybody, world famous. Right, Cray Cray? If you guys aren't familiar with the videos, Cray Cray's world famous, huh? This is where I keep the babies, by the way, at night, okay? they get the setup, but you know, the setup, you guys, you get your tortoise in the house, though, you gotta get them outside, right, Tom? You gotta get them out in the sun. Well, that's me. That's Captain saying. Everybody's different, but you know. Now look, here's what's really cool before we go in the front yard and show you what's going on out there. What's going on here, everybody? So we had $5,400 raised. Now on July 15th on eBay, we are launching TortoiseLand's first annual silent auction. Okay? Silent auction. We're going to auction off. Look at this, is cool. How about this, Tom? Another nonprofit. Because we're a nonprofit called us and said, hey, we got this huge reptile pen and all this stuff. We got food from Missouri, all this stuff, and they gave it to us, okay? So this is a beautiful couple, $300 that's going to be on auction. This is all the tortoise memorabilia people gave me over the years. I'm donating the whole thing. So this is going to be on a silent auction bid. This is a rocking chair from Amy Aquino on Bosch, a pretty well-known actress. She autographed it. Line of cards. This is a $3,000 table by a famous Japanese artist. This is going to be auctioned off. Okay, this is a way cool, one of a kind, custom made. Look at this. This is an editing.
Oh, that's neat.
This is 35 millimeter editing.
35 millimeter reels.
Reels.
Right?
Coffee table, one of a kind.
35 millimeter.
35 millimeter with real film in there, people.
That's awesome.
Okay, donated.
That's cool.
And people donate things when you're a nonprofit. It's also a tax deduction for them. We got photographs.
How can people participate in this upcoming auction?
Because we're going to be on eBay, everybody, July 15th for 10 days. It's going to be on eBay. So you're just going to have to look for it. We're going to start advertising it putting this on YouTube, on the Tortoise Guy, on TikTok and Instagram, and Tom can share a link. By the way, I share my links with Tom, everybody. When I put videos out, you're always going to see a hashtag, #2TurtleTom, yeah. We're going, everybody. So listen, this is top secret, okay? And if you're watching over here on YouTube, if you guys are watching on Kevin's YouTube channel, we're with 2TurtleTom. Look at everybody. Okay, so if you're wondering what the heck's going on, because really was no notice, this is 2TurtleTom. He's an awesome guy with his own channel, and we're friends, so that's what you guys are seeing, right? Okay, so look at this. Okay, this is truly secret because everything that happens at TortoiseLand happens behind you. Very important, right? Very important. Till we had the yard sale, nobody knew what was buying them. We had the huge yard sale, over 200 people came before that sale, right? Okay, wait, so let me see. All right, so now we're gonna go. So this project is not gonna be visible from the street, okay? But it's necessary for us to grow, and the desert tortoises need, and box turtles, Tom, okay? Gonna get their own bowl. Ready for this? Okay, come on. So I don't know if you've been watching, but we went to the front yard to show you the top secret desert tortoise area, and then we lost the connections. So this was a collaboration video that was impromptu with 2TurtleTom and me. So on this side, we're gonna say thanks for watching, everybody. You can watch the whole video, tell your friends about it. We do live streams every Sunday at 9 a.m. on YouTube, and then TikTok and Instagram. So, and don't forget, 2TurtleTom rocks, so check him out. All right, so let me go like this, Tom. Hold on, let me shut this off. Bam.